everyone, I'm Senior Ganta and welcome to Founders Friday. So ngayong Friday na to, we are going to talk to one of our incubatees of the Encephalon. We have Mr. Maike Gatbonton of PAPA.ph.
Yay!
So, hi, I'm Maike Gatbonton. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of PAPA.ph. Well, of course, my journey started when I was still a kid. No, it's not an easy thing to grow up from a rural area of Apalit and San Fernando. No, so my parents just told me that time, I can vividly remember na kaya mag-aral ka ng mabuti so you can help them. So these things, ito yung bumaon sa akin when I was still a kid, that we don't go to school just for the sake of learning. We go to school for us to solve problems, to create value to our community in such a way that we are not just earning for our own, but we are uplifting the community, one person, one family at a time. So my journey started when I was a kid. It was honed during my college days. It was, should I say, perfected or improved during my corporate years. And now, as I am practicing my skills as an entrepreneur, and this has been my lifelong purpose of helping other people and achieving my purpose through entrepreneurship.
Thank you, sir. So, na-share nyo na yung may background kayo sa corporate tapos
Sure.
and now you entered into the startup business. So, currently alam naman natin na maraming business si Sir Maike, pero siguro let's concentrate po muna on Papa.ph. So,
Sure.
Can you please share us more about your startup, sir?
Yeah, actually, yung Papa.ph, it started as a passion project, no? It started when my friend and I, si Joffrey, nag-uusap kami on how to solve a current business problem that I'm experiencing to one of my existing business. So nakakatuwa lang, it's the classic example of how do you start a startup. It actually starts by solving a problem. So nung nakita namin na itong solusyon, we hired a person and we thought that, teka lang, pwede nating i-offer tong solution na nagawa natin na to other people who might be in need of this service. So, and of course, we did our research, we did our due diligence for this one. So we've seen that one of the critical elements ng business ngayon is logistics. You know, everything can be done remotely or outsourced. For example, you can outsource accounting, you can outsource HR. Yes, of course, you can also outsource logistics, no? But the beauty of logistics is hindi mo siya pwedeng gawin sa loob ng bahay. You can still have to go out, you still have to, alam mo yun, it's mandatory. So it's a need, it's there to stay in the long run, kahit na mag-revolutionize ang technology in the next 5 to 10 years, logistics will stay. However, we need to understand also na logistics is very large, no? The supply chain is really large. So we focus on one segment that we can serve. So it's serving the consumer with the segment that we have decided to focus, which is the Errands Assistant. So basically, it's a logistics, no? Parang, ang ginawa kasi namin before, we started as a B2B. So the business is serving my need as a business. So it's a B2B. But lo and behold, when we open it to the B2C segment, we saw the huge demand for food delivery, for Errands Assistant, for going to palengke, asking to buy milk tea or groceries or whatever. So these are the things na naging core business ng Papa.ph. And with that, we have proven our minimum viable product. So we've seen that the business is earning. So we started to be profitable at the 3rd month of the business, which is quite rare because some of the big businesses right now, even the globally acclaimed ng mga startups, 1 year, 2 years, they're still bleeding. Kaso lang kami naman, we started as a very lean, outsource lahat. It's a bootstrap operation. So on the 3rd month of our operation, we started to produce profit. So when we achieved that that tipping point, we started to focus more on board full-time managerial people who will help us manage. And then, of course, because of that, we've seen that there are actual people whose lives are changing because of Papa.ph.
So, sir, alam naman natin na na kumbaga pare-parehas tayo na nag-work. Maraming mga Pilipino talaga dyan nag-work sa corporate world. Kayo, sir, dati din kayo sa corporate, di ba? Pero ano ba yung naging parang turning point nyo? Bakit from a corporate guy, bigla kayong, sige, tara, push na tayo, mag-venture na tayo ng business?
Should I say that there's an itch you want to try or you want to, to satisfy, an urge you want to satisfy that a corporate experience or a company cannot do. There are limitations when you work. For example, you are limited with the time because as a full-time employee, you have to report from 8 to 5 o kahit flexible pa yung hours mo, you have to report for your boss, no? As an entrepreneur, you have the flexibility, and that's one of the biggest benefit of having your own business. You have the flexibility.
Sir, as a businessman and as an entrepreneur, how do you lead your people?
Since even during my sales stint, when I was working for sales and some marketing, I've always considered myself as a sandpaper kind of leader. Okay, if you can imagine a sandpaper, mahapde, di ba? Pag if you scratch it sa sa kamay mo. But if you scratch it on the right surface, which is a wood, masakit siya, pipinuhin ka niya, but as soon as the sandpaper leaves you, you will not be the same. So you will be left with a finer surface and better outcome. As a leader, I want them to be inspired na it's okay to, do something that will cause failure once in a while, but most importantly, we learn from them.
Inspiration it could be anyone or anything.
My inspiration for me is my purpose. Inspiration is overrated for me. Inspiration has an expiration. But for me, if you have a purpose which serves as my North Star, in whatever you will do, you will always go back to your purpose. Why are Papa.ph? We are categorically called a logistics company. So we deliver food, whatever. But in reality, we are in the business of making the lives of our customers easier through our services. So be it food delivery, be it handyman outsourcing job, be it maybe in the future, there are other ventures that we might be able to tap or to explore. So we won't stop until we find all the gaps or all the segments that are available, that are market viable, for us to make the lives of our customers easier.
What can you say to our future techno and entrepreneurs?
Don't do business for the sake of money. Money is just the result of doing your purpose. But for me, you start with a solution to a problem. You identify a problem, you find a solution, and make that solution commercially viable. And money, fame, or whatever that you have in mind will follow. Cash, map, leader, exit time, the rest down. Life can be better. Work hard. Extrovert. They. Call. Speaker. SUV. Books. Pressure.
Fill in the blank, sir. I am Maike Gatbonton and I am
Maike Gatbonton. I am a playmaker, but in reality, only Jesus Christ is my waymaker.
All right. Thank you very much, Sir Mike. Until our next live session again. Bye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. For more updates and videos, please follow us on our Facebook page at there. And Instagram also.
Wow.
Or click the follow and notification bell here on the YouTube on this link. Bye!